Hello, guys. I hope you are well. I hope you have been following the previous classes. And today we are going to go more deeper into Anapana meditation. So prepare yourselves for today's session. Sit in any comfortable position where your back and neck are straight. You are sitting comfortably with the correct posture. Once you feel ready, very gently close your eyes. If you're wearing specs, you can remove the specs. Close the eyes, mouth should be closed, and simply shift your entire attention to your breathing. Become aware of the breath as it flows in and as it flows out. Now, very slowly and gently become aware of your body. Become aware of the posture. Align the posture. Align your back and neck. The body should be both comfortable and safe. Now, very gently come back to your breathing and prepare the breath for chanting to for slow, long and deep inhalation, slow, long and deep exhalation. Just continue this deep breathing and prepare yourself for chanting Om 3 times, followed by 3 chanties. The deep inhalation for Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration, feel the sensation. Join your palms together and palms. Place the palms on the arms. And very slowly while blinking and blinking. Yeah, with a big smile on your face. And let us begin our session for today. So I hope till now you guys are able to follow up as I am guiding you. Um, Today we are going to discuss a little bit more about Anapana. So till now you have worked on developing the awareness of the breath. Okay. Anapan has various stages. I will be introducing 3 stages in today's session, right? So if till now you are not able to establish awareness of breath, these stages you can postpone, right? First prerequisite for any stage is the awareness of it. Because as we go about the different stages, we explore more about the breath. If I don't have awareness of the breath, I will not be able to understand the aspects of it. Let's take a very simple example to understand this thing. Suppose you meet me for one day, right? I will get to know something about me, you will talk to me, right? And then you will go away, right? But if you meet me every day, right? So first day you would have had some impression, some image of me in your mind, right? And slowly, as each and every day you are meeting me, you get to know me better, right? So you will not get to know me better without meeting me. You have to have the interaction with me, right? In order to get an understanding of who I am, right? So like that, when we are talking about the breath, if we do not have awareness of the breath, we cannot go ahead and deepen our understanding of the breath. All right. But if you are falling in that category who is aware, all right, this is my breath. I am aware of this. Then I can work on exploring it more deeply, right? So what are these stages? Let's talk about that. These 3 stages can be practiced by everyone, right? When you practice from the point of view of Vipassana, there are few more stages that are introduced. So for that, I would say that go and sit for a 10-day course. You will understand what I am talking about. The other stages, right? For now, let's talk about the 3 most common stages that you will find in general instructions of Anapana. First is the touch of the breath. All right. So when I inhale and when I exhale, in order to keep the awareness of the object, I feel the touch of the object, right? So breath has a very subtle nature, right? So in order to gain better understanding of it, what you start doing, you start connecting with how the touch of the breath is going, right? Now it is possible that you have already been practicing the first stage. All right. This stage you have already been practicing because for you, perceiving the breath was how it was touching this triangular region, right? But I would still like to emphasize on this thing. Awareness of the breath is very different from touch of the breath. All right. Okay. Hence, we make touch of the breath the first stage. Right. The first stage can change as well. No matter which stage I am talking about, sometimes all of you have unique mind and personality. So maybe the second stage I introduced happened to come for you as the first stage. It is completely fine. All right. You can interchange these stages depending on what awareness you are getting first. Because all of us have unique minds and unique personalities. For us, maybe the first thing we become aware of can be different, right? It is very much possible, right? So, first stage, as I am generally introducing it, is the touch of the breath. All right. Now, once I become aware of the touch of the breath, I have good awareness, not just vague awareness. So right now, maybe I close my eyes. I get vague awareness of the touch of the breath in this triangular region. This doesn't mean that I have completed this stage. The work on this stage still has to be done. Once you establish yourself in whatever stage you have chosen as first stage, only then move to the next stage. Otherwise, there is no point. I will take a very common example. Whenever we are constructing or building something, we first work on the foundation, right? If the foundation is not strong, whatever you build upon it, no matter how amazing, marvelous that thing is, it is not having a strong base. It is very important to have very strong base. So the awareness of the breath, your first strong base, right? And second, whatever stage you have chosen first is the next strong base that you will form. Right now, if I'm choosing touch of the breath as my first base, right? Foundational base, right? First stage, then I have to get established in it properly. If I'm not established in this properly, you should not go to next stage. All right. But if you are able to maintain good awareness of the touch of the breath, where all it is touching this part, triangular region of the body, if you are completely aware, right, then you move to the second stage, temperature of the breath. That is basic science. Outside environment is having cool air, right? Maybe even warm air. But generally speaking, the air is cooler than the body temperature, right? So cold air is entering your nostrils. When it comes in contact with your body, it takes up that temperature. And then, just give me a moment. And then slightly warmer air exits the nostrils, right? So same air that I take in, which is having slightly cold nature, it will move out slightly warmer, right? When I say this, it's very basic science, right? It's basic understanding, but we have never stopped to observe this thing, right? In Anapan, we stop to observe this, right? So this could also be your first stage. Maybe you are feeling more connected with the temperature, and as you explore the temperature, you also become aware of the touch, where the breath is touching, right? So again, it's up to you. Establishing this awareness, proper awareness, not vague idea, proper awareness of the temperature of the breath, it becomes the second stage. Now, after you have understood the first two, only then move to stage three. All right. Otherwise, put in work in the earlier stages. Last stage is which nostril the breath is flowing through, right? So it is common understanding in yogic study as well that each and every nostril it switches from one side to the other, right? In a matter of few minutes. Now, these few minutes are anywhere between 60 to 90 minutes, means good 1.5 hours. After that, the nostril switches to the other side and then to the other side, right? So as you work on Anapan, your awareness deepens so much that now you start becoming aware of which nostril is functioning without changing the breath. Okay, so take care of this thing. In pranayama and shatkarma generally, in order to gain an idea which nostril is flowing, we exhale forcefully. This is not the technique of Anapan. Do not merge these two. In Anapan, I am going to stay with the natural flow of my breath. And once my concentration gets so deepened, I will immediately become aware which nostril the air is going in through and out. Okay, so you have to go about these three stages. For some people, it's less likely less students I have observed, but some of the students they first connect with which nostril is full. Right? Again, this can become your first stage, then second stage can become something else, and then whatever is remaining that can become your last stage. All right. So it's totally up to you. You can change the chronology of these stages. First thing should always be the one you connect with the most, and you have to work on that stage. You have to experience the breath. Suppose you know one of your nostrils is blocked, right? Maybe you're having cold, you are aware this nostril is blocked. So you're like, any which way breath is flowing through right nostril, only left is completely blocked, right? No, it keeps on changing, it keeps on switching, like I am saying. So, unless and until you do not experience this thing, that the breath is only flowing through the right nostril, you cannot say. All right. Okay. So, you have to get it on your experience, not logical reasoning that, okay, this is completely blocked off, right? You have to experience this blockage. Okay, the air is not flowing through that nostril, it is flowing through this nostril, right? This own understanding you come to by observing the natural flow of your. So these are the three stages of Anapana. Again, I will repeat. First, the awareness of the breath has to be established. If you are still struggling with it, do not go for any of the stages. Right. Okay. Now I want to briefly discuss how you can keep Anapana in your day-to-day life. Okay, because meditation becomes part of your personality, right? So no matter where you are at least able to keep the practice. So how can you keep Anapana in your life? Very important question comes up in the mind, right? So if you like Anapan, if you are one person who loves to sit, who is having little bit more settled mind, right? So people who are having little bit more of settled mind and they love to sit. For those people, Anapan is ideal, right? But you can, even if you are having very uh like unstable mind, you can still practice Anapan. You have to just take care. Wherever it goes out of your control, you have to suspend the practice, right? Suppose you are having anxiety or depression. Ideally, a person having these mental issues or physical issues shouldn't do meditation. But you want to still practice, right? So you need to know your limit. Where it becomes too upsetting, too uncomfortable, you have to suspend the practice. Please be very prudent with this, right? Because you are sitting at your homes following through these videos, right? If something happens to you there, if you are getting too overwhelmed, right, there will be no teacher, no support, no guidance for you, right, at that time. So only go deeply into, like, if you're having anxiety, depression, go for offline meditation courses, right? There at least someone will be able to direct you, guide you, right? Sometimes situation doesn't isn't easy to handle, right? So for your own, like, uh, benefit, suspend the practice in case you are feeling too much anxiety, too much sad thoughts are coming in, you are not able to come back with the object, you have been diagnosed with some kind of depression, suspend the practice where it gets uncomfortable. Now, how to take this outside, like I was saying, there are two ways. First way is, if you go on YouTube, you will find 10 minutes audio, right, for Anapana meditation. Minimum time I'm telling you 10 minutes. So every day you can practice Anapana for 10 minutes. Even 10 minutes of practice daily will bring about a very drastic change into your life. Right? Doesn't mean quick, but the change will be drastic. You will understand how to navigate through things in life, how to navigate through situations in life in the correct manner. Just 10 minutes of Anapana practice. If you feel more connected to the practice, you want to go for deeper or longer session, there are many more audios extending for a long period of time as well. So you guys can go ahead and keep those audios with you. That minimum time it is 10 minutes, right? So every day, early morning, late night, whatever time of the day it is. You feel you have 10 minutes, you can go ahead, listen to the meditation audio, follow through. First. Second way to keep the practice into your life, right? So most of the times we think of meditation and we feel we have to sit away in a quiet place. How will I be able to do meditation? So for Anapana, I told you this is one tool that never leaves you. This is one object that never leaves you. Your own breathing. What you can do in order to practice Anapana. When you step out of your class, right? When you're doing anything in your entire day, whenever the awareness comes that you have to observe the breath, go ahead and observe. Maybe you're cooking food. Just become aware of how the breath is flowing. Suppose you are taking a bath. Suddenly remember, oh, I had to watch my breath. Start watching the breath. Maybe you are just lying down in bed, right? You are awake, you are lying down in bed, lazing around, right? Suddenly thought comes in. You have to focus on my breath. Become aware of the reality of that, right? So no matter what you're doing, walking, talking, eating, bathing, whatever you do in your life, you can become more mindful of how you are breathing at that moment. So this is the second way in which you can incorporate Anapan into day-to-day life. Anapan can be introduced to anyone, any age group, right? There are no contraindications. There is no posture for Anapan. So right now in these classes, yes, we are sitting, right, and doing the practice. But like I said, you can step out of the class and just become aware of the natural flow of your breathing. Keep bringing your mind back to the breath again and again. No matter what kind of body posture you are in, maybe you are walking, maybe you are picking something up, you become aware, right? Maybe you are doing your asana practice only, you are becoming aware as it is, not changing it. As it is, you have to become aware of the breathing, right? So this is how you can keep the practice with you. Now for today, we are going to start the practice. So sit in any comfortable position. Keep your back, neck straight. And when you feel ready, very gently close the eyes. Start observing the natural flow of your breathing generally. Just stay with the general inhale and exhale. Now, very slowly and gently shift your attention to your posture. Make sure you are not wearing it. You are, your mouth is closed and you are breathing through your. Now, very slowly and gently, we are going to start the practice. But before that, you can take a few moments to get some mental resolution. You will remain awake throughout the practice and you will not move your body until the end of the practice. Now, very slowly and gently, shift the entire focus and attention to the triangular region and become aware of each incoming and outgoing breath. Just becoming aware of your breath, making no changes to how you are breathing, observing the breath like a gatekeeper. The breath is long, it is long. Short, it is short. Deep, it is deep. Don't change the breath. Just become aware of the breathing process. Each and every time your mind wanders, very gently bring it back to the breath again. Every time your mind is wandering, just gently bring it back to the breathing. Keep coming back to the breath again and again, remaining alert, aware, and vigilant throughout the practice. And now, if you are able to keep the awareness of the breath, you can go ahead, move to the first stage where you now start becoming aware of the touch of the breath as it flows in and as it flows out. If you feel more connected to the temperature of the breath on which nostril is flowing, go ahead, make that your first stage for the practice of Anapana. Just connect with the touch of the breathing, becoming aware of which part of the nostrils the breath is touching as it enters your body, and which part of the nostrils or the area above the lips the breath is touching as it exits your body. And if you are able to get established in the first stage of the practice, you can go ahead, move to the second stage, becoming aware of the temperature of the breath. If you choose temperature of the breath as the first stage, you can find the second most suitable stage for your own self and keep bringing the mind back to the breathing again and again. Not even one breath should enter or exit your body without your awareness. Stay with the breath, observe the breath, make no changes. Now, very slowly and gently, if you are able to become aware of the first two stages, go ahead, move to the third stage, becoming aware of which nostril is flowing as you inhale and as you exhale. If you have already chosen this stage, you can go ahead and start working on the stage that is currently left out of the three stages. Remaining alert, aware, and vigilant throughout the practice. If you're not able to work on any of the stages, it is all right. You can work on the previous stage or establishment of the awareness of the breath. It doesn't matter. Go step by step. Now, very slowly and gently suspend your practice. Keep the back and neck straight and simply observe the changes. Before we close today's session, we will close today's class by chanting Om one time, followed by three shantis. Take a deep breath in for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibrations, feel the sensations. Now, very slowly bring both the palms together. Join your hands in front of the heart and gently bow down, feeling a sense of gratitude for everything and for your practice. Now begin to rub both the palms together. Place your palms on your eyes. We will do this two more times. Rub the palms together. Keep them on your eyes. One last time. Rub the palms. Place them on the eyes. Now, very slowly, while blinking and looking at the palm of your eye, coming back to the smile on your face. And everyone, guys, keep continuing your practice. Keep practicing. Anapana is a wonderful technique. And when you feel ready, go enroll yourselves for 110-day Vipassana course. It will be very, very beneficial for you. I highly recommend it. Of course, it is up to you if you want to go or not. Please read about it before you go. There are a lot of rules, regulations in Vipassana that you have to follow. So you have to prepare your mind for them. So today, take out the time, read more about Vipassana, read more about the 10-day courses, and see if it is feasible for you, if you are ready, right? Feasible meaning you have the time off from work, the courses are free of charge, right? There is no money or amount that is charged when you are doing Vipassana course, but you need to have the time of 10 days. So if it is possible for you feel ready, or whenever you will feel ready in your life, I would highly recommend you sit for one 10-day course. Go ahead, explore this meditation technique. And if you need any help with filling out the form, feel free to join the live class. Let me know what you are struggling with. I will always be there to help you, to guide you in this entire process and journey. Take care, guys. Enjoy the remaining of the classes, and goodbye.